Hi guys, and welcome to my very first video. Today, this is my first video, and today I will be showing you mini games with no redstone, and there is still one at the very end with this very small amount of redstone. The redstone that there will be here will just be like a redstone circuit powering some fence gates. So it should be very easy for all you beginners and so I hope you guys enjoy the video, and again, this is my first video, so please, if you do like my content, please subscribe and hit that like button. And if not, please give me some feedback in the comment section below, because I really would enjoy that feedback. So let's get into the video. For our first minigame, I'll be showing you a version of Spleef. This version of Spleef, you will not be playing against other people, but instead against skeletons and ghasts. So, as you can see, there's ghasts and skeletons here, and the ghasts make the holes in the ground for you, and the skeletons provide knockback and damage that could knock you into a hole or just kill you if you don't, or you got food. So for this, you'll probably want a bunch of arrows. And you can choose if you want an enchanted bow or not. Make sure to bring food, because as you can see, you do take some damage. And whatever armor you want. I'm wearing diamond armor, but it's your choice. You could wear leather, no armor, netherite. It's just how difficult you want it to be here. However, it's a very customizable game. So to start out, you open this door and you make sure the ghasts see you. And the reason why you start on the platform is because otherwise the ghasts don't watch you. And in my opinion, see, as I said, I fell, but if you want to, you could bring some blocks, or not. But in my opinion, also, I think that you take out skeletons before you take out the ghasts, because otherwise it'd be too easy. See, I fell again. So it could be very challenging, and some people might want to put multiple levels of snow. When I start up on this platform again, make sure everybody sees me. And see, I'm forgetting to eat. Eating is very important in this game. And maybe, you could craft yourself some blocks if you want. And, so that guy's probably either got shot by a skeleton or despawned, because I haven't taken the liberty to name the ghasts. Always name the ghasts, because, otherwise they despawn in games. And especially if you're in survival mode, ghasts are hard to come by. And you'd probably want to play no killing ghasts. So as you see, since the ghast lost interest in me, so part of the game is to keep the ghast interested in you, so don't fall down the holes. There we go. Got it back interested in me. And it's not fun if the ghast's not interested in you, so I recommend making sure it's interested. Now we deal with the ghast. So I recommend also maybe having it so you have to either craft blocks from the snow balls that fall on the ground, or you give yourself blocks. I didn't, but that's probably something you should do. So as you see, since I fell on the ground, the ghast lost interest, and I was too lazy to do this because I don't have world edit, but put lava at the bottom so you actually die, and that you don't have your inventory spammed with snowballs when you come down here. So, that's this minigame, the way you build it. Let's go into creative mode. Basically, this is very customizable. You choose the size of blocks you want. It doesn't have to be snow, or it could be dirt or something, but I recommend having a block that breaks pretty easily. I chose snow, because, usually that's how Spleef games are, what block Spleef games are made of. But there's really not much shoveling, unless, if you choose to, you could do it this way. That you have the skeletons on the ground and have walls up, on the side so they don't escape. Then you could maybe make it so you shovel them or something. And you have to shovel them, you can't use arrows or anything. But it's basically your choice. Basically, the general idea is you have ghasts breaking blocks instead of you. And, because you don't have any other players, so you gotta get a mob to do it for you. And sadly, creepers, they only explode when you go near them, so they don't work the best. And as you can see, there is no redstone in this. No redstone whatsoever. I mean, it might take like some redstone to get them up top, the skeletons and ghasts, if you are in survival mode. Basically, there is no redstone. It's why I like it. Because, there's not, these games are supposed to be without redstones for people who either are new to the game and haven't had a chance to explore them, or people who just don't want to go through the complications going to redstone. So this is very easy. It's also fun. A lot of fun to play. Can be challenging at times though. So this minigame. Basically, it's made out of skeletons and platforms, wherever you want them. Gas and platforms. The glass platforms, you may notice that they have holes in them. They do not have to be diamond blocks, by the way. And these are just because I made those holes. These holes are so that gas can see you, even when you're below them, and so they don't lose interest in you as quickly. I think they do work a little bit. Of course, they still do lose interest if you fall down. So just avoid falling down, you should be fine. So yeah, this is this minigame, and I hope you enjoy. See you later. So for this next minigame, the goal of the game is to go up in these water streams, bounce on the slime block. I missed it there, but place a piece of sand on that brick tower or whatever block you make it when you build this. Dang it. And basically so on. So you go up, bounce on this one, go up, place a sand block, bounce, and then either bounce here or go straight in. And like the other minigame where you could choose how many skeletons you wanted, choose how many gas you wanted, how big the platform was, how big the snow platform was, and basically customize it to however you wanted, difficulty or whatever. You could do the same with this one. This slime block platform does not have to be only 3 blocks wide. It could be only 1 if you want it. That's really hard from my experience, but it can be only 1. These towers, water chute towers, bubble elevators, don't have to be this tall. They could be a lot shorter, or even taller. So all these things you can do, honestly, with them. So you bounce up, place a piece of sand, bounce up, and then, or you don't have to have those 2 slime blocks right there, which makes it a lot harder. And as you can see, you have a natural counter, because the sand goes down, falls down. And with that, at the end, you can count how many blocks of sand there, and you only put 1 every time you go there, otherwise you could just spam click and probably get a lot more. But if you want to play that, you could place multiple blocks, you can. It's very customizable, so it actually becomes very satisfying. You might think, oh, it's just a boring game, but honestly it becomes quite addicting. I actually like it. Probably my favorite minigame of them all here. See, as you see there, this is how much I got. You know, so it's always, and then recommendation, I'm not creative most of that. But if you get like really tall towers and don't want to break it all, even if you're creative mode or have good shovel and survival, that could be very boring and annoying. But if you get a torch or a slab, a lot of you guys might not know this, but you know, some of you guys do. You break it with your torch hand, then right click and place it down before the block comes into the space. Basically, they all fall on top of that torch and they just break it to make it easy for you to collect. So this is the mini game. It's my favorite here. I think when you hold space, like the jump button, when you fall on the slime, never hold jump in this game, because if you fall on the slime while holding spacebar, you don't bounce, see? You don't bounce, that's me holding it down. So you don't bounce on the slime. So if you're ever wondering why you never get a good bounce, but also if you land on the edge, like the very edge, you also won't bounce. So basically, you do have to get correct land. That's why having only one slime block here, I don't think I can do it actually. Let's see if I can make it, but it's very challenging. See? I landed on the edge. Didn't work. So that's why it can be so challenging and you know, customizable. You know, if you want to put this really close, you know, you put it right here. I mean, sure, you have to move everything else closer, because all that would be too far away to jump. Or if you want another one block thing right there, you know, you fall on top of that, you could very well do that. Basically, the general idea is bounce on slime up to a pillar, place a sand block, and have it fall down. So yeah, I'd probably place this right there, a little bit closer. So, oh wait, no, wrong way. So basically, it's actually quite addicting once you do, and I recommend you guys all try it. It's also probably the easiest one on this list to obtain. You just need some slime blocks. This doesn't have to be brick; it can be dirt. The sand, quite easy to attain. Glass, it doesn't have to be glass. The one thing I recommend you have to have is slime blocks, and then these gates, so you can fall in at whatever level suits you. Put gates all the way up. And you have to have soul sand, of course, which, I mean, a lot of people don't like going to the nether, but it honestly only has to be a 1-minute nether exploration. Mission to obtain that. Go into the nether and get that, and only that. See? So, it's just basically a very fun game. I recommend you all try it. Where did I have this before? So, that's this minigame. It's just very addicting, in my opinion. So, my opinion, I don't think I've ever seen a minigame like this showcased before on YouTube. So, it's unique I think it's unique. So yeah, that's this minigame. As you can see, you just break it and place a torch and they all fall. So, yeah, that's this minigame. For this next minigame, it will involve you against a Ravager or whatever mob of your choice. Again, this is one of these minigames that are very customizable depending on how difficult you want them to be. But I choose a Ravager because it has such a long reach. But basically, you two will be fighting on a one-wide platform, trying to knock each other off. You will want armor and a knockback 2 sword, and knockback 1 if you want to make it harder on yourself. I choose netherite armor. It has the knockback resistance that makes you take a decent amount less knockback. It does help, but if you want to make it harder, again, a bunch of ways you can do this. It's your choice. If you want a harder, maybe even leather armor. Or do you want netherite armor with protection? Also, I recommend also having ender pearls and food. Ender pearls in case you do get knocked into the lava, you can quickly pearl yourself into the closest water source. It can save you a bunch of stuff, like if you're using netherite armor in survival mode, can save you from losing your items in the lava. You can also, this minigame also does include redstone. Very little, but it does include it. It's the one minigame in this video that will include redstone. Basically, what this is you pushing a button that shoots an arrow into the target, and that makes a redstone current all the way here. And the current opens the trapdoors, current into the trapdoors. But if I can get into creative mode, you need to make sure that the redstone currents aren't touching. Because, for example, if they are, like this, I'm going to cut that because otherwise the redstone current, if they are, you may notice how they go into each other, but they do not affect the trapdoor. So they go into each other, but they don't go into the trapdoor. So I loop it around here, and so each one goes into the trapdoor. The middle trapdoor, one will loop around. So it's a redstone current into these not trapdoors. What am I thinking? Gates, fence gates. That lets in the Ravager. So, if I can go into game mode, survival, show you how this minigame works. So I'm using a knockback 2 netherite sword and netherite armor. You guys can use any mob instead of the Ravager. I just use it because of the knockback, and because of the range of which it can hit you. As you can see right there, it can hit you from pretty far away. Adding another level of difficulty to the minigame. So if we were to start, as you can see, the current goes all the way until it hits this. You've got to make sure the Ravager's ready, so I walk close to it. Go close. There we go. I'm trying to hit it into the lava. See, as I can see, I hit it into the lava. It's dead. If you are in survival, this will be a little bit more difficult, considering that you do have to catch the Ravager in a raid. So again, doing this. Another strategy is to shift onto the side. Shift onto the side and wait for it to come. It doesn't want to be interested. There we go. Interested. But as you can see there, it does make you a lot closer into the lava. But if you do get into this situation, guys, it's not that hard. Just run away, eat your food, heal up to full health. F5 mode is also a way to let you decide how far away and when you can eat, when you're safe enough to eat. And then go at it and go to the side, go behind them, strafe, and yeah, repeat. And it's actually a pretty easy way to deal with these. Of course, if you don't have food or pots, that makes this a lot harder, considering the fact that you do take some damage because you don't have a bow. Or you can always add a bow to your setup in case you do get into that scenario. stay at a distance just shooting at them. But I find that's the easiest way to deal with them with this sword. Making it, just throw it into lava since I'm in creative. And then yeah, just put it back in. Don't get hit. Watch it. They sometimes do hit you. And this is this minigame. Just again, this redstone is very easy. Just a current going into the fence gates. The fence gates, as you can see, it was kind of a draw since we both died. But redstone current going into the fence gates. Here, let me show you how that is done. So current going into the fence gates, and then pretty much that's all there is to it. Comes up here, splits up into separate directions, comes around and touches these fence gates. Pretty easy, in my opinion. So this is this third and final minigame, and in the comments below, please do give me tips, because this is my first video, and I would love to learn more about this, you know, how to do YouTube better, I should say. But also, tell me which minigames you enjoyed the most, and which ones, and if you plan to use them in your own mini worlds, single player or multiplayer, you know. Sometimes you just want to play a game alone in a multiplayer server. But just do give me that advice, because I'd like to grow my channel more, so more people can enjoy it, and so I can share my ideas to a larger audience, make it more entertaining for you. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to subscribe, be one of my first subscribers, and can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.